Very good morning. Uh, in the fourth class, recorded class of economics. Now, in this class, we will discuss on income and other criteria. In previous class, just previous classes, you have learned about the income, that on the basis of income earned by people and calculated by the country, calculated by the state, how can we use this income as a criterion to classify these countries or states. And in that section, we have learned the per capita income and the limitations of per capita income. But now in this topic, we will try to learn some other criteria which are also used as a criterion to classify the countries, to classify the states. Okay? First, some other criteria which are used to classify different countries or states. Number one, infant mortality rate, IMR. What is called infant mortality rate? You are not seated just before me, so just you imagine I am asking a question from you. I am asking a question to you. What is called infant mortality? Actually, the infant mortality rate, we derive this infant mortality rate as the total numbers of infants which are dead before the completion of their 1 year age. प्रत्येक बच्चा जो जन्म लेता है और अपने आयु के 1 साल पूरा करने से पहले ही मर जाता है, उस टोटल death is calculated as IMR. So infant mortality rate is a criterion which is used to classify the countries or states. One question here: why we use the infant mortality rate to classify the countries or states? This question will be discussed after the 2 more criteria discussed. Literacy rate. Literacy rate. The literacy rate of a country is also used as a criterion to classify the country or states. Like you can observe it very clearly. The literacy rate of India in the year of 2019 was itna. The literacy rate of Pakistan, the literacy rate of Bangladesh, the literacy rate of USA, Japan, and so on. In this literacy rate, you may also classify the male literacy rate, and second, female literacy rate. Third, net attendance ratio. Net attendance ratio. In net attendance ratio, we count in net attendance ratio, we count that after the age of 5 years, after with the completion of the age five years of a child and till the age of 14 years how many students are out of school? Means after the age of 5 years and before the 14 years, how many child or adolescent out of the school, means not admitted in any school to get formal education. This is counted as a net attendance ratio. Okay. One criterion may be also used as a MMR, maternal mortality rate. You see, you may listen, you may read in daily newspapers that at the time of giving the birth of their child, a lady was died, a woman was died. So, when a woman or lady given the birth of any infant and they died by any cause, will be counted as maternity mortality rate. Okay, so this is also an important criterion used to classify the different countries or different states, but MMR is not given in your book, so you understand only three things in part of average income or per capita income: infant mortality rate, literacy rate, or net attendance ratio. Okay. One question I arise before you with starting the discuss of infant mortality rate was why such criterion is used to classify the different countries or to classify the different states. Actually, the infant mortality rate means before completion of 1 year age, a child is completely depend on their mother. When I say completely depend, means for their feeding, such child is completely depend on their mother. But when a child is dead before the completion of age, it may be caused by two major causes, like in lack of nutrition. It may be pain. Second, due to infection of any disease, it may be happening. And third is also, it may be happening that the child may be not nutrition before the age. In all three situations, it shows two things majorly. First, this family was not affordable to provide such nutrients, nutritious food to their pregnant lady or family. Second, such family was also not affordable to provide this pregnant lady to medical assistance as a medicine of nutrition, different nutritions, and like so on. Second thing, family is not affordable to provide nutrition, nutritious food to pregnant lady of their family. Sorry. Second, such family was also not affordable to provide medical facilities to such women. And second thing is also important, that it may be happening in disparity world, in disparity countries, or in disparity states, the family is not affordable to provide nutritious food or medical assistance. But it also shows the government of this country or the state was not able to care such a lady, because in a country, when a woman given the birth of child, this child is not only a resource of this family. This child is not only capital of this family. This child is also a major resource of this country, of this state. They can do different work, different inventions for their states, for their countries. So, the country, the state is also responsible and counted as not affordable unit which make able to provide nutritious food to their lady, provide medical facilities to such a woman, to such a lady. Second, so we use this criterion, infant mortality rate. The ratio of infant mortality rate is high, means this country is faced the chronic situation of poverty. It's simple result. Okay. Second, literacy rate. Literacy rate is also a criterion used to classify the different countries or state. Low literacy rate of a country also shows that the institutions which are responsible to provide education, which are responsible to generate more and more literacy among the children, is not existed or is not running, are not existed or are not running. It means this country, this state is a very poor, which cannot afford to run their educational institutions, educational organizations which provide formal literacy or which provide formal education to the students. So, literacy rate is also an important criterion which is used to classify the different countries or states. The gap between male literacy and female literacy is also a criterion, because when the literacy rate of male is more higher than female literacy rate, it means the lives of people in such country is in hell. The women of this country is not availed the basic facilities which are needed for the human right preservation. Okay? So, literacy rate is also a criterion used to classify the different countries. Net attendance ratio. This is also important criterion used to classify the different countries or states. Like the boy or the girl which age between 5 to 14 years are not admitted in the school, means where they are Where they are moving? They are not moving. They are working in different tea stall, in different hotels or footpaths. Uh, they also provide labor to another people, so that they are not in the school. Okay, so this is also an important criterion which is used to classify the different countries or states. Okay, now I think this topic will be enough for your understanding. Now we will start other topic, public facilities. Public facilities. Public facilities like PDS, public distribution system, which is a major public facilities because it provides, first important thing is nutritious food materials like food grains, like other nutritious material. It also provides food grains to Anganwadi Kendra which are running under the ICDS, Integrated Child Development Scheme, ICDS, Integrated Child Development Scheme. Okay, the Anganwadi Kendra which are running in your village, in your surroundings. These Anganwadi Kendra are running under the scheme of ICDS, Integrated Child Development Scheme. So these institutions also facilitate by providing food grains of public distribution system. Second, government schools. Third, government hospitals, and like so on facilities. Public facilities means the facilities which are provided, which are running by the government on subsidized rate, because every people has not the right to afford the such facilities provided by private institutions, like in government school or in private school, the school of Birla, Pilani, the school of DPS organization, and other schools. The fees are very high, like monthly fees of one student is more than 10,000. So many people and many families are not affordable. In private hospitals, the treatments are very expensive, so people are also not affordable. So these institutions are called public facilities, and these are very important for survival of people. Okay. Now, we will learn about the sustainable development. Sustainable development is a very important topic. I think if you may be in my classroom, I will take more than 2 and 3 classes on this single topic, sustainable development. But here some limitations with me, some limitations with also for you. Sustainable development in a very little word you try to understand. A development which take place without harming the environment. Like the use of solar energy, hydroelectric energy, wind energy, geothermal energy, and like so on. When we use these sources of energy, we can take our goal, we can take our achievement without harming the environment. So sustainable development is referred about development which takes place without harming the environment is called sustainable development. In this chapter, all topics are finished. I think you will be learned according to your understanding. But one suggestion for you: you read this chapter thrice minimum. Okay? Thank you.